Hello and welcome. My name is Vedam Clementi. I have been a life coach and meditation coach for over a decade now, and one of the main issues that I see with my clients is a lack of balance in their lives and the chaos that comes from that imbalance. I will help you look at your life now and uncover many of the reasons for the imbalance, and then begin to plant the seeds for the life that you wish to live. It is my desire to help you live not only a balanced life, but a life that is based upon a clear direction, purpose, intentionality, and authenticity. So let's begin, shall we? Balance. An even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady, or a condition in which different elements are equal or in the correct proportions so they work cohesively together. You hear a lot about the importance of balance, eating a balanced diet, balance between work and play, maintaining balance between getting enough rest and getting everything done, and so on. It's not easy to get your life into balance or to maintain that balance, but when you do, the payoff is enormous. Not to mention, living a balanced life is part of living in awareness. Maybe you are not sure how to get there. You know your life would be better if you addressed a few key areas of your life. You know your life would be better if you brought it into balance. But how do you go about doing that? Life itself is governed by balance. It flows easily and effortlessly from one eternal moment of now to the next eternal moment of now. Life is based upon polarities or opposites and the symmetry that happens between those two opposites. A balanced life has symmetry and flows easily and effortlessly because it is in alignment with the balance of the universe. The law of balance is one of the natural laws of the universe. The law of balance states that the universe operates through acts that maintain and sustain balance within itself and for itself. The universe maintains balance and will counterbalance any impact so that life can be maintained and lovingly supported. This may not be obvious from your limited perspective. However, this law operates to govern the homeostasis of the universe as a whole. Homeostasis is the tendency towards a relatively stable equilibrium between interdependent elements or sources. In life, it may look like many individual pieces and parts, but ultimately, those pieces and parts collectively create life as you know it. In other words, the law of balance keeps all of what looks like life's different pieces and parts working together in harmony. Since you are part of life, an extension of life, to maintain a healthy life for yourself, you too have to base your existence on a similar balancing act. There are so many things to experience, so many things to choose from, and so many things attempting to pull you over here or take you over there that it can appear easy to stay out of balance than it is to stay aligned in balance. When your life is out of balance, it can and often will cause mental, physical, and emotional stress, which often lead to mental, physical, or emotional illnesses. Like driving a car with out of balance tires, life can be a rough ride when it's not in balance. And if you continue to ignore the problem, the ride keeps getting worse. Through this exercise, you will begin to examine your existing belief systems and the emotional starting gates pertaining to each area. This will give you a clear understanding of where you are starting from and how to begin to realign and balance. Being aware of a present situation is fundamental to embracing change. After all, it often helps to know where you are, to know the best route to get where you want to go. Once you become aware of your starting gate, you will then find other exercises that will begin to plant the seeds of your desires while maintaining balance in the process. These exercises are more than just setting intentions. They are a game plan, a checks and balances system, a way to make sure that your actions are supporting your intentions. You will not be comparing your life to anyone else's. You will decide how and where your life becomes unbalanced, thus throwing off the collective balance. Comparing your life to someone else's would be futile, for what is balance for you may not be balance for someone else. It is imperative to take your time and answer these thought-provoking questions honestly. For what good would it do to be flippant or dishonest? That is not going to help bring balance into your life at all. To be able to look at your life as a collective, you'll be introduced to looking at your life in sections or areas. You will look at the 10 aspects that collectively make up your life, such as your profession, your family life, what you do for leisure, exercise, and play, how you perceive yourself intellectually, how you look at money and your own prosperity, how you express your sexuality, and how you express yourself intimately, and your connection to self and spirit. Do not underestimate how one area can and often will bleed over and affect another area of your life. That being said, as you look at the balance in your life, you have to not only look at what you are doing, but also your intention behind it in that moment. The 10 areas or aspects of your life are mental, leisure, play, business, family, financial, physical, sexual, intimacy, and spiritual. So let's look at each one individually. Mental. Exercises or activities that stimulate the mind and keep the mind sharp. This includes the act of learning something new, pushing yourself beyond your normal thinking, and exploring new horizons. Leisure. Time allotted for relaxation, rejuvenation, vegging out, resting, or downtime. Play. Time set aside for fun. This could be hobbies, games, sports, etc. This is one of the areas that will often bleed over into the physical or other categories, so pay attention to your intention. For example, you may play basketball. Sometimes you may play because you know you need the exercise. Other times you play just because it is fun. Business. This is the area that you consider your profession and or the area where you make your living. This also includes the time that you work away from the office or workplace. And please note, if you happen to be a stay-at-home parent, this is your work, even if you do not make revenue, and if so, be mindful that this area could bleed over into the family or other areas of your life. Again, be mindful of your focus or intention in the moment of the activity. Family. This area encompasses the people that you refer to as your family. You choose to be with these people because they nurture you, care for you, and support you. This may be family of origin, but in many situations, it is your family of choice. This area includes the people that you choose to be with because they bring you enjoyment. You share yourself with them. You share your joys, dreams, wishes, and desires, and they share themselves with you. Financial. This area includes the sources that bring money or revenue to you, as well as the outgoing of said resources. Physical. This area encompasses the physical movement and/or activities that support your body and its physical strength, mobility, flexibility, and health. Sexuality. This area encompasses the way you express yourself as a sexual being. Questions you may want to ask yourself relating to this area are you comfortable with your sexuality? Are you honest with yourself about your sexuality? Do you judge yourself and others regarding your own or their sexual practices? Do you honor yourself sexually? Intimacy. This area includes the ways in which you share your truest thoughts and feelings with yourself and others. Spiritual. This encompasses communing with yourself and/or your higher power, whether you call that higher power by the name of God or not. This often looks like taking the time to meditate, prayer, or going to church, synagogue, or being in nature. It may also include studying spiritual texts, self-exploration, etc. This ends part 1 of the Wheel of Life. So please continue with part 2. Thank you, and this is Vedam Clementi signing off on part